Hey, it's your boy Give the Hands, and I just jumped off the porch with dirty glove bastards. The biggest smile on my face when I'm around. You can't really tell that I'm hurting. Really do my best when out in public.
All right, we got Gifted Hands jumping off the porch with us today.
What's up, man?
What's going on with you, gang? How you feeling?
I'm living, man. We outside.
For sure, man. It's a pleasure to have you here on the porch with us today.
Man, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
No cap. So how does it feel to be running around the city of Atlanta?
Actually, it was pretty cool. Like, I ate good. I'm a fat boy, so I just travel to eat.
Yeah. What you been eating so far?
Man, I went to breakfast at Barney's.
Okay.
I had like some French toast and some shrimp and grits. And I went to BQE, had them red velvet waffles and like the chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
Man, we went to Ruth Chris, of course.
Boy, you eat good.
Man, what? Listen, man, that's why I need to go up to an XL shirt.
Nah, it's good. It's dope. It's dope. It's dope.
Nah, but it's pretty cool because I went on a Ferris wheel too.
Oh, for real?
That big Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
That none of the locals go on.
I ain't been on. I was saying I ain't been on
None
that
of
shit
the none of the locals. Yeah, none of the locals go up there. But I also went to the aquarium, and the locals tell me they don't go there either. So.
I mean, some people be sliding through there on their birthday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's free for the locals on their birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
See, I put you down. So what's some of the stuff you get into in your hometown and let the people know where you from?
Man, I'm from Virginia. I'm from the 757, Virginia Beach specifically, and I eat there too. Like, I'm not the type of person who's gonna go to like clubs or stuff unless I'm performing. So I'm always looking for restaurants. We actually just went to Ruth Chris for the first time there. But anywhere there's good food, you can find me there.
No doubt.
For real, for real.
So how would you explain the way of life and culture of Virginia Beach for somebody who's never been there?
Virginia Beach, I would say, is people from all over, because it's like we got a big base in Norfolk. So like the whole Hampton Roads area is, you got people coming from wherever, because it's, how they explain it, like a Commonwealth joint or something, whatever. I wouldn't know how to explain a joint. I just figured like it's a place.
Yeah.
I figured like it's just a place, but it's home to me. You know, it's all I know.
So how would you describe your upbringing in that environment?
Well, my upbringing was in the house, so my four walls was cool. Like and the like schools I went to, like they were like cool, because I went to school, like 4 different middle schools in Norfolk, Suffolk, Portsmouth, and Virginia Beach. And each of those cities, like, of course, you got different things going on, or they different environments. But from my perspective, it was just all the same for me, because I ain't really get into nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I was causing trouble myself.
So you used to be causing trouble?
A little bit, man. I was used to, dang, that's crazy. I never said that on camera. But I used to get in trouble for stupid stuff. I was in ISS and OSS from the 3rd grade all the way up to like the 11th.
Dang, for real?
For stupid stuff, man. Like dancing in the middle of the class, walking out of class, not going to class. Like, just being just a
hopping.
Yeah, just being a pain, man.
No cap. So how would you describe your upbringing? Because you didn't have, you know what I'm saying, the normal upbringing that a lot of people do. So yours was actually different. So when would you say you realized you were different and you know that you wanted to still be yourself?
Sheesh, that's the best question, because like it took, like I always tell people that it took me 16 years to get comfortable in my own skin. So I say till I was about 16. Like my upbringing was just like, I grew up with my mom. She raised me and my 3 other siblings, 2, like an older brother, a younger brother, and an older sister. And she didn't treat me no different than she treated my other siblings. Like if they got in trouble and got a whooping, I get in trouble, I get a whooping, you know what I'm saying? Only difference is I ain't had to clean up nothing, you know what I'm saying? I get to eat, or everybody else doing chores and stuff. But other than that, man, it was pretty cool. Like, my upbringing, I really don't have, I can't really say much about like my upbringing because like everything that I went through was like personal, like just me. Like it don't have nothing to do with like the outside world or like my parents or my siblings. It had to do with me being comfortable in my own skin. It had to do with me like figuring out why I was here on earth, like with this condition.
So what would you say is your purpose?
To inspire people to live and not just exist, because I've existed for a long time and I'm finally starting to live. And God showed me that you don't always need what you think you need in order to help people. Like some people think that the only way to help is money. But when you have a big heart, when you have a great personality, when you're giving, when you're kind, like when you just brighten people's day, that really helps like the world spin. Because there is so much like negativity or people who lack that like genuine human interaction going on in the world. And when you like basically step out and be a light, you make such a difference in the world. And that's what I'm on. Like I think my purpose is to live and inspire other people to do the same.
That's real shit.
I try, man.
So what type of personal battles would you say you were dealing with where you had to become comfortable and you knew like, okay, it's time for me to just accept life for what it is and I'm gonna take this shit and run with it?
Man, honestly, bro, like for real, I'm still going through it. Like, cause, like, you would think it would be over, but I have to deal with my physicality for the rest of my life. And so it would be stuff like looking down and realizing I can't tie my shoe, or like nobody, like my siblings or my parents are around and I can't open this orange juice, you know what I'm saying? Or I can't open the door, you know, like, and I say it's still happening because, man, I had got here to Atlanta like the other day and my peoples weren't here yet. And so I'm getting dressed and everything, like, and I realized that when I'm home, like, my nieces or my mom or whatever, like, they'll pull my shirt down, right? But I ain't got nobody with me. So I'm like, yo, I want to be presentable when I leave here, right? So, like, what can I do? I'm like, I'm getting fat, so I'm like, I'm jumping, trying to shake this shirt down and stuff, man, like, and it's just like, I'm gonna deal with that for the rest of my life. And so I always have to be prepared, or like be prepared in advance, or figure things out in a different way. Like those is the personal like struggles. I mean, other than that, like it was suicidal thoughts. It was depression. And that has to do a lot with me not being able to do things like physically that other people can. I mean, I think about like my peoples or whatever, just being able to like, if they wanted to, like go to apply to McDonald's and work the cash register or whatever. Like, I can't just go do that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that, it doesn't really hurt me, but at the same time, it kind of hurt because it's like, man, when you want to do stuff, like, or have the experience that other people are having, it's like, dang, well, I can't do that, so I gotta figure something else out.
So, at what point would you say you decided to jump off the porch with Why Not Start?
Man, Why Not Start, before I even wrote this song, it came into being last Thanksgiving actually. Long story short, I didn't expect to live past 25. And when I made it to 25, I thought it was like a hoax. And last year when I was 26, I realized that I actually lived past 25. And so I was like, yo, I have nothing planned. Like, I did not expect to ever reach anywhere close to 30 or beyond. What the heck am I gonna do? And if I didn't plan it, why not like try to reverse everything that I've been doing? Because everything that else that I've been doing is like self-sabotaging. It's been whatever, we gonna go with this because we ain't gonna live. So whatever. And so when I had broke down at Thanksgiving with my family, I had keloids on my ears for the past 5 years. And I had told my family, I was like, yo, I don't know why God got me here. I don't know like how I'm gonna ever like make it, because I'm seeing that I done lived, but I don't know how to live, right? And so my older cousin, she had talked to me, and she was like, man, you can do stuff. You just gotta stop waiting on people to do it for you, right? So like, then like I didn't have like an insurance that would cover the surgery, right? So I had to like make phone calls. I had to call the specific place that does keloid removals. Then I had to call my bank and then like see if I could get a loan. Then I had to like register for the loan, of course. And I had the credit for it, but I didn't have like the requirements that the bank say that you need or whatever, like the income requirements to get the loan. So I had to get like my mom as a co-signer, and so we got on the thing, and then like got the surgery, man. Like, but it was fulfilling because whole time, like for the past 5 years, I just been waiting on like my mom's or somebody to call somebody to get this surgery done for me, right? And so like, but as soon as I broke down, I started there. I realized that you gotta put your best foot forward. Like, why not start isn't a song like solely. It's action saying that anything that has caused me to believe that I can't, I'm done with that mindset. I'm going to stand up and figure it out the best way I know how to move forward. It started in 2021.
That's some real shit.
Yeah.
So when would you say you jumped off the porch and pursued music?
Jeez, man, I've been doing music since I was 13, man. I'm 27 now, but professionally since I was 22. Like I put my first song on platforms called Work With back in 2017. And that's when I met Capri, that's when I met Nicole, right? And that's when I was doing like open mics, I was doing like shows, just trying to get my name and my face out there. I had just went through like a big breakup that I needed to like creatively release all of that, I guess, emotion that I was dealing with in the aftermath. But it actually like became a fan favorite. Man, they don't let me not perform that song, like for real, bro.
That's real.
For real. But I've been like loving music because my brother got me into music when I was 13. It just so happens that music became my coping mechanism, like while I was dealing with like how to be comfortable in my own skin. It became a reason to live. So like it's always in me. And like I pursue it because like it's attached to my purpose of like inspiring the world.
That's real spill. How did you get involved on the writing side of music?
On the writing, When I was 13, my brother was writing for me. But when I was 15 and it became a coping mechanism, I started writing because I needed to like jot something down for myself and like in order to be able to accomplish that because they were like just thoughts in my head that I needed to like feel into like something positive. Like dealing with those day after day suicidal thoughts, man, like not wanting to be here. I had to put it into something. So that's why I started writing. Like, but when I had like, I think I was still listening to Wayne at the time too. Like, cause I grew up on Wayne. And when I kept hearing him, like his metaphors and just the way he put songs together, and I was hearing King Los, I was intrigued about like how ill it was. Like, so you hear anything from me, you should see a hint of them because they're versatile. And like I love to like always bring something completely different. Like you will rarely see me do the same thing twice. Because I grew up on Wayne and King Los. And like that just I love like to build that skill.
So how would you say your writing has evolved over the years?
Sheesh, man. First of all, I started out with cussing in my music, and then I realized that I didn't have to do that. And then I started writing like, wow, I also got better than my big brother too. but I was writing like more ABC or like ABAB type raps or whatever. And then so I got into like the ABBA or ABCA type stuff, like just different rhyme patterns because I was looking at like poetry and like just always learning how to take it up a notch. Like I've always evolved because I get bored, and if I'm bored by doing the same thing, it ain't gonna work. So I've always like just been trying to learn not only how to rap, but how to write a hit. Like, cause I want to be seen as the full package. Like, you know, like the world has heard Why Not Start, right? But y'all finna hear me rap now. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all y'all gonna hear me rap right now.
What's some of the artists you see yourself working with?
Oh, man, that's hard to say because one, I don't really listen to a lot of people's music. But if he didn't cuss on the song, Wayne and King Los, like, because can't nobody cuss on the song with me. So if they stuck to that, then yeah, them. But definitely, like, I would mostly say artists from Virginia. Because I would want to, like, I want us to, like, blow up.
Put yourself on the map.
For real.
No cap. So how do you feel about making positive and motivational music and the lack on reception that it comes when that genre of music is being made?
I mean, you see that, I think, like, sex is always going to sell. Drugs and money, all that stuff is always going to sell. But it just, the lack of reception or whatever, it just come with it. Like, I can't be somebody I'm not. Like I said, when I started, back when I was 13, I used to cuss in my raps or whatever, but that's not me. That's not who I am, and that's not my purpose. So let's say if I could only have 100,000 fans because I do positive rap compared to potentially having 1 million fans or whatever, if I did something else, I'll keep the 100,000. I'm cool with it. Like I am who I say I am. So it's more than music. It's like my personality. Like even through my conversations, I don't cuss unless I'm mad. Unless I'm real mad, or somebody just be like, "You don't cuss," and I be like, "Huh?" And I'm just trying to be funny or something. But it's bigger than music, man. Like this isn't like entertainment to me. Like the words that I say are pouring into people. Like there are kids who look up to me. There are adults who look up to me. So I can't change that because people's lives are not on the line, but they're changing for the better. The more I am serving my purpose.
What is it that you would say you want listeners to take from your music, and what's the message you want to leave behind?
Man, it depends on what the song's about. It really depends on what the song's about. Like, I have a song called "Trying Not to Lose Hope," and that I had released that song, I think the year of the pandemic. But I was still going through like having keloids, and I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to look at myself in the mirror, and I had these aspirations of making it big in the music industry or being seen on a grander scale, and I didn't see any like signs of like it happening anytime soon. And so I wrote this song called "Try Not to Lose Hope," and it was like, how do I hold on? Like, how do I not give up completely? Because like life is hard, and it's like as much as I smile and like do positive rap and all that stuff, like bruh, it's real. Emotions are real. Like the things that you go through will try to like put you down. And I wrote this song like not to have everybody sad or feeling sorry or whatever. It's just you have to be self-aware, and you have to know what you're going through is real and it's normal. Like, you can't just ignore like what you go through. Acknowledge it. Like, feelings of like bitterness, jealousy, envy, they are negative like emotions or whatever. But if you ever like deal with it, like you can't just be like, I'm not a jealous person. Like, yes you are. Like, yes you really are. Just acknowledge it and be like, yo, I'm jealous of you. I thought that I would be further on in my career or my life, and I see that you have something that I want, and I'm working on fixing that part in my heart. Like the messages in my songs have to do with life. And like so, like what I want people to take from it is just always be willing to grow. Always be willing to learn how to deal with what life throws at you, because it gets easier to deal with things the more you go through, because once you go through one thing and you get over that hill and you get to the next thing, it might be a little bigger, but you're like, I kind of went through something similar, so this isn't that bad. And then there might be like a big old like hill, but you're like, wait, I went through something smaller, but I went through it and I got through it. So I know I can get over this. As scary as it looks, as crazy as it looks, I'm gonna get through this.
What else you working on besides music?
Living, I wanna live. I've been saying that all year, and I have been living this year, which is like phenomenal. But I want to become more. I'm working on me, basically. Like I want to become more mature. I want to become more responsible. Like I'm the type of person like I spend money, bro. Like sometimes as soon as I get it, and so I'm working on being more disciplined. As hard as it is, like I'm working on being more of a man now, because I never planned on being here. So I'm really working on me, and I plan on. Dang, I've been saying that all year too. I'm planning on starting this thing called Get Away with Gifted. I know I've been saying this all year, but I want to send people on all expense paid vacations and trips, especially people with disabilities. Dang, why haven't you started Gifted? But I definitely want to do that. So I'm working on me and working on inspiring the world more outside of music.
No cap. Any last words and shout outs?
Shout out to Capri and Amelia Entertainment. Shout out to Nicole and Livewire. Shout out to Terrific, Blacklight Studios. Shout out to the Red Room. Shout out to the 757. Shout out to the 804. Shout out to the 703. We outside, you hear me? Just remember that God is real. God is great. You do the work and you keep the faith.
Real spill, man. Give the hands. We appreciate you jumping off the porch with us today.
Thank you for having me. I've been sitting here the whole time. I haven't jumped off, Philly. The biggest smile on my face when I'm around. You can't really tell that I'm hurting. Really do my best when out in public, keep my head from tilting down. But